Okay, when 9-year-old Ryan Hreljac was here a few years ago, he proved that just one person can make a huge difference in the world, no matter how old they are. Watch this. 6-year-old Ryan Hreljac was stunned when his first-grade teacher taught his class about poverty in Africa.
I had a sheet of paper from the vice principal that said how much money you could save for what would give the children in Africa. And Ryan was really interested in the well. So he said, how much was that well again? And I said, on the sheet it said $70. He says, I'm going to save for that.
When Ryan returned home, he repeatedly asked his parents for $70 so he could buy a well in Uganda.
I felt sorry for them, that they didn't even have clean water. They were drinking from the lake.
After 4 months, he finally had the $70, which he took to an organization called Water Can. But it wasn't enough. Ryan learned it would actually cost $2,000 to build a well. Determined to reach his goal, Ryan turned to friends and neighbors for help. Now, 9 years old, Ryan has helped raise $210,000. Last summer, Ryan traveled to Uganda to visit his well and the community it had helped. The people there welcomed him with open arms.
It was amazing. It was great. Everybody was like a magic, you know.
This is your well. You read it.
Ryan's Well, funded by Ryan H. Little people can do big jobs. You don't need to be a grown-up before anybody listens to you.
I am so proud of you for everything, but especially this leather tie you're wearing. I hear you were so moved by the gratitude that you got in Africa. How did that change you? What was that experience?
It just changed me inside. Like, I didn't know that they would be this grateful. It was just gave me a feeling that I did something right. And it's just one step to making the world a better place.
You are really living proof that one person, and it doesn't matter how old that person is, can make a difference in the world. Do you have any idea what you want to do when you get 10?
I have no idea when I...
Just asking, just asking. That is great. Proud of you. Proud of you. Yeah. When we come back, I'll tell you what Ryan's been doing since he was here. We'll be right back. We just showed you the story of Ryan Hreljac, who did an incredible job of building water wells in Africa. And he has so far raised another $750,000 while he was in Uganda. While he was in Uganda, Ryan befriended a boy named Jimmy, and also is still raising lots of money for those wells in Africa. And his bond with Jimmy got so deep that the family brought Jimmy to Canada. Look at this.
The first time I met him was when I went to Uganda to see my well. And a whole bunch of people were lined up on the school road while I was walking down. And I was actually looking for Jimmy. I met him where my well was. We spent time with each other. We learned our similarities.
But there were dramatic differences in the boys' lives. Jimmy's father was murdered by the Lord's Resistance Army, a vicious rebel group. His mother was held hostage as a sex slave. After meeting, Ryan and Jimmy developed a deep friendship.
We just really thought that we were meant to be together.
3 years after their trip to Uganda, Ryan's family learned that Jimmy and 4 of his cousins were abducted by the same rebel soldiers who took his parents.
We couldn't sleep at night thinking about where he might be or what he might be doing.
2 of Jimmy's cousins were murdered, the other 2 missing. But Jimmy miraculously escaped.
Snap the ball. Wow. That's a way good shot.
Seeking a safer life for Ryan's dear friend, Jimmy, the family brought him to Canada on a visitor's visa.
He's got a smile that lights up the room, so we've decided that we need to do everything in our power to try to help him live a good and productive life.
Today, Jimmy is helping with Ryan's Well Foundation, and since he was on our show, Ryan has traveled around the world inspiring people of all ages to pitch in.
Right now, with lots and lots of help, I've raised $750,000 for clean water projects in Africa.
And with his best friend at his side, Ryan has even bigger plans for the future.
My goal right now is clean water for all of Africa I'm trying to accomplish another goal of clean water for the entire world. And then after that goal, I'm going to get clean sanitation for the entire world. And then I don't have to do it after that.